Welcome to the NACIC World Podcast. The objective of the NACIC World Podcast is to uplift, inspire, motivate, and to encourage personal growth and introspection. The human spirit is a flame that can be neglected, ignored, and covered up, but it can also be nurtured, nourished, and fanned to create a mighty fire. The NACIC World Podcast, fan the flame of your spirit. Here is your host, RJ.
Welcome back, and it's so nice to be with you once again on NACIC World Podcast. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought many changes to how we live our lives, and with it, uncertainty, altered daily routines, financial pressures, and social isolation. Life definitely is challenging today. Life often places us in situations that we do not like, limit our freedom, and make us feel trapped. We might work a job we do not like, we might not have enough money, or we might have many responsibilities that limit our freedom. A person living in dire circumstances might have no charge of his or her life. Likewise, a person living a comfortable life might also lack control of life. Even a rich person who has a lot of money might sometimes find him or herself in situations that he or she cannot control. Sometimes we care too much what others think of us, and we try to fit in and be accepted by the crowd. We want to please and want to be acknowledged by others. Things happen to all of us. It's just that some are more prepared than others. We can expect our current strong feelings to fade when the pandemic is over, but stress won't disappear from our life when this crisis ends. It is therefore very important that we take charge of our life now. You can start taking charge of your life and make positive changes. This will bring joy, happiness, and power into your life. So today, we want to discuss the topic, taking charge of your life.
NACIC World Podcast, broadcasting all over the world. You are listening to NACIC World Podcast. If you are serious about making money online from home, then visit smmEnterpriseOnline.com. smmEnterpriseOnline.com.
What does it mean to be in charge of your own life? In one sentence, it means that you are being true to yourself and your life purpose. It also means that you are taking charge of everything about your life, and that there never was or is anyone but yourself to blame for anything that you experience. It means that no matter what you are living right now, you know it is up to you to change it. It is always up to you. Taking charge of one's life is the single most important shift of perception towards living a life free of suffering and despair. Yes, it's definitely a shift of perception. Giving away one's power is about the mindset. Every time we feel disempowered, we have given away our power. That means that every time you feel frustrated or angry about something that anyone else said or did, you have given away your power. What others say or do has nothing to do with you. You hold the key to your own emotions. You are the boss of your inner terrain, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Everything you do, say, think, or feel is 100% your own responsibility. Taking charge also means taking full responsibility. You know, we've been led to believe that others are responsible and that they know better. Success, freedom, and status don't necessarily equal happiness. Happiness doesn't come from owning lots of things. The more you own, the more worried you tend to be. Isn't that so? There will always be someone who has more than you and someone more talented than you. Success is all about building up the courage to find your own self, stand by it, and feel like you're accomplishing something meaningful.
NACIC World Podcast, broadcasting all over the world. You are listening to NACIC World Podcast, Are you interested in doing an online tourism business course? Visit tourismbusinessonline.com, tourismbusinessonline.com.
You can't take charge of your life if you don't know yourself first. From there, you can focus on what you want to create, yourself or a version of yourself that you want to be. Then you take action. When you know where you are and where you want to be, you can determine the best steps to get there. If you want to take charge of your life, you have to take charge of yourself. And you got to know yourself. This is a topic that we covered in detail in a previous episode. So taking charge of your life comes through action. And here, I've got some actions that I suggest you take if you want to take charge of your life. Firstly, be yourself. We often think we know who we are because we're living in a certain way. The truth is that our lives don't dictate who we are. Who we are must dictate our lives. Stop making decisions to make other people happy and start making yourself happy. Stop blaming yourself for everything. When it comes to personal strength and the ability to change a pattern or break a bad habit, stop blaming yourself for the fact that you can't always break the pattern. You can't always make bad habits go away. But that doesn't mean you're not motivated enough. It doesn't mean that you're weak. But it might mean that you're not opening your mind enough to see what's stopping you from living up to your potential. So first, be yourself. Secondly, do what you say you are going to do. Let your yay be yay and your nay be nay, my wife used to say. You know, the best leaders got to where they are because they take action and they can be counted on. Do what you say you are going to do, always. This will help you to trust yourself and for others around you to see that you always get the job done. And thirdly, spend your time with like-minded people. Now, once you've identified your goals and what you want to achieve, where you want to move to, spend time with people who are also striving for change. You know, changing habits is easier when you have people around you who will keep you accountable and who will support you. So spend your time with like-minded people. And lastly, be creative. You know, you won't always be able to do exactly what you want to do. And there may not always be a clear path to getting where you want to be. Don't be afraid to think outside the box or to question the current system, to question that which people accept as normal. What we need to realize is that by staying in our comfort zone, because it's less scary or less terrifying and more convenient, we let others take away our own personal power. When you always rely on something or someone to help you all the time, you don't grow your own personal power. Whatever is sharpened gets sharper. Whatever we focus on expands. Whatever we exercise gets stronger. If we never ever do things on our own and just rely on luck or on someone or something else to help change our situation, we would never get to exercise our own courage, our own self-discipline, and build our self-confidence.
You are listening to NACIC World Podcast.
Taking charge of your life starts with taking an honest assessment of where you are at the present moment, identifying what needs to change, and then to take action. Be the person who makes you proud. Follow your dreams. Reach for your highest goals. Do the things that excite you and give you the greatest pleasure. Most of all, live a life that gives you purpose. Accept ownership of your life rather than relinquishing that responsibility to others. It's time to get motivated and take charge of your life. You owe it to yourself. Life is much better when you know that you are the one in charge of your life. When you look at life this way, you won't fear mistakes and disappointments as much. Instead, you will learn to embrace them and feel empowered. After all, You are in control of your own destiny. So, start taking charge of your life today. That brings us to the end of this episode. Please keep on fanning the flame of your spirit.
Please like us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and podcast platforms. Send your emails to podcast@anasiinchina.com. NACIC World Podcast is broadcasted twice weekly, every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. Beijing time. Until next time, please stay safe and be blessed. Till we meet again.